Today we're driving a 2022 Mazda 3 Turbo all-wheel drive, probably the most exciting thing for any Mazda enthusiast that's into hot hatches since the Mazda Speed 3 ended in 2013. But we're going to talk about the most important things, and you're going to leave this video knowing, is this car for me or is it not for me? This car, spec'd out the way it is, all the way out, $35,810. On 87 octane, we have 227 horsepower, 310 pound-feet of torque. This thing is a torque monster, and it makes it an absolute blast to drive around town. Something that catches your eye about this car is how nice this paint is. In the shade like this, it just looks like a pearl white, but in the sun, it has this crazy flake on it. I really, really like the front end. It's super sporty. You've got your proximity sensors, a nice glossy Mazda logo, your nice black trim. We have the rear valence. You got the black accent right here by the headlight, side view mirror, and then the rear valence is all gloss black. You can see there's not a lot going on. It's just a smooth shape. But let's look at the interior real quick, because this got my eye on it right away when they showed up to my house. Red leather. Look at the seats, look at the interior. Really nice feeling setup. Since when did Mazdas get so nice? We're talking fuel economy, 26 miles per gallon average, 23 city, 31 highway. This has the Skyactiv series of engine from Mazda, which is a 14:1 compression ratio, which is higher than normal, but that's how they can get some good efficiency. Well, let's start it up. Let me show you the chime if you don't put your seatbelt on. Okay. We have our cameras right here. This is actually the front view, and then we have a 360 camera. If we go to this button over here, we can click the camera view. We can switch to the side view, put it in reverse, and there is our rear view camera. This mirror over here is tilted down to show me the curb if I need to. Before we get going though, let's take a quick look at the engine while it's running. Features really quick over here while you can see it good. You can set your seat positions and program them. 1, 2, and a set button. Proximity sensors off, camera view, parking assist off, and traction control off button over here. You've got paddle shifters, call buttons, volume, skip, cruise control, lane assist, so you don't make it out of a lane, cruise control on and on, set, plus and minus. The usual. Let's go under the hood. This is the 2.5 liter. Got your intake here, you got your cover, put your oil in here, dipstick here, very accessible, easy to get to. Your ECU, the computer that controls the car right here. If you need to check your radiator fluid, top it off, it's right here. Got your battery, easy to get to. Very quiet engine, but it does make some cool noises. Skyactiv G Turbo. Ooh, that's hot. One thing that I do like is that the pedal is attached to the ground. So your pedal movement is like this instead of pushing it up like this. This is a race car thing. They were thinking about us enthusiasts when they made this. I'm not sure if you can see, but we have a little heads-up display to let us know what mile per hour we are traveling, as well as if there's stop signs coming up and what the speed limit is. But let's take it around a little bit, show you what it's like to drive. Very comfortable seats. Can't think of a single complaint about them. I like the seating position, I like the color. They're soft but firm enough. You've got your Bose audio system that is really nice. You kind of got these luxurious looking speaker bezels. While we're waiting at the light, you can see we have our piano black controller. This is almost like a BMW, so you can control, and this does take a while to get used to, but once you get used to it, it is very quick. I think that was the goal for Mazda. We have our sport button you can click on. Now you see the yellow sport right here. We'll pull it back towards us, turn it off. You can push this over to the left to go into manual mode, so you can shift up and down with this or use the paddles. We have our parking brake if need be. And then we have buttons all around our controller. Now this, you pull up on this, and then you slide it back, and then it will go up. We have a little iPhone cable. There's 2 USBs. Then I'm gonna hold this down and slide it forward. I can go ahead and plug in my phone. These cup holders do make it hard for having really large drinks in here, but I've definitely seen worse. You've got a little pocket up here, your start stop button, your AC control auto. We got steering wheel heater, seat heater, quickly can get to your hazard lights. Your volume is right here, this small knob. Press it down to mute it, turn it up and down, and then you push it left and right to skip or go back. You have a button right here to get to your favorites. We're gonna go ahead and push right on the dial. Let's just put in this random 1-star food stand. But this is a really nice display. You might be thinking, I really just wish that it was touchscreen. But like I said, once you get used to this, it's pretty quick. And Mazda's whole goal from my research is that they just wanted you to keep your eyes on the road. That's why the screen is so close and high up there. And then you can just use this while only looking down and then back up at the road. Let's turn the AC off. Let's let you hear this thing. Let's put it in sport mode. Look at the speedometer right here. You can see the red. That tells you how much over the speed limit you're going at any given moment. It's kind of cool. And then over to the left of it, you have the actual speed limit. Not sure how I feel about it reminding me all the time, but it is what it is. If you notice the blinker fades, that's what the actual physical light does. But if we floor it from a situation like this, revs up to about 5,000 at full boost, it picks up and goes pretty good. Super smooth. Put it back in drive. Slow down like a normal citizen. Turn our AC up. We have our sunroof. You can open and close. We have a little spot for our sunglasses. Frameless rear view mirror, which is nice. As far as the ride quality goes, it's very quiet. I almost thought about the new electric cars. Like when you ride in a Tesla, it's just so quiet and plush riding around. Depending on what wheel and tire setup you have, depends how kind of quiet it is. And I have to say that this is one of the most quiet, tight feeling of all the Mazdas I've ever been in. This is the nicest for sure. But in general, compared to most vehicles, it has a very, very luxurious feel. Almost like a Lexus, any Toyota. Very torquey. Way more torque than horsepower, so when you get up and go off of a light, you're gonna think, man, this thing isn't that slow. Well, it's because it has over 300 pound-feet of torque, which is a lot for a car like this. And this is definitely a lot more of a looker compared to the sedan. You should obviously opt for the hatch. When we get done driving here in a little bit, we'll get out, I'll open the hatch, show you what kind of space you have to work with, show you the back seat, which isn't as big as you would hope. But if you're a small family, maybe by yourself, maybe you have just a girlfriend or a wife, this is a great car to zip around town, pick up what you need, take your 5-gallon water jugs, go get water. I also want to show you these hazards from the outside. It pulsates, really satisfying. Here's a good place to pull over, show you around a little bit more. The brakes are they're just very plush. They're not anything violent. I really enjoy the brake pedal feel of this car. You can hear the parking brake engage right here. That light is letting you know it's on. Automatically does it. Let's get to the hatch. You got this nice black wing. Keep it sporty underneath the Mazda logo. There's a little button we can pull up. And this is so much deeper than you would think. You got the spare tire under here. You got your Bose subwoofer, part of what makes the sound system so nice. We'll do a little test in a few. We have our little handle. So if you have your hands full, you have your groceries, you can hit this lock button, locks the car, you close it, and then you can walk away and know that your car is locked without getting in your pocket. Now what's funny about this car, if you pass it off the keys to anyone, they're going, where's the buttons on the key? Well, they're on the side, really small, minimal. Hold this for the horn, super cool. If you press on this at any moment, it will let you open it. Let's go inside again. You have your little startup. You can see inside our glove box. The new Mazda Luxury, watch, just glides down, doesn't fall. This is actually a fake air vent. Only air comes out of here and here. I'm gonna scoot my seat forward a little bit and let's show you the back seat. You can see the rear door panels are just as nice. Hop back here. If I scoot my seat forward a little bit, I'm 6'1". I can actually fit in here pretty good. You got some nice headrest, you even got something in the center. You can pull this down, have some drinks, put your arm here, not work on a laptop. There's probably no way, that's a little bit too awkward. But middle has a seat belt, no sort of plugs here. We got a pocket here, but not on the driver's seat. Got a dome light here, grab handles. As far as seating position, it's pretty comfortable. If you had to ride back here for a couple hours, wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. But with my self scoot all the way back in this one, as you can see, there's not much leg room. So everyone's gonna have to get a little bit uncomfortable for everyone to be kind of comfortable. Heading back up to the front. If you're wanting to dim your lights on the dash, you have this button right here. You have your trip button over here. And you actually have a lot of settings in this menu. You can go to settings, in-vehicle displays, you can turn your heads-up display, your active driving display is what it's called. You can turn it completely off and on. You can turn up the brightness, you can turn up raise the height of it, lower it, depending on your seating position, brightness all the way up or all the way down, tilt it. I actually like it off, so I'm gonna leave it off. You can change the fuel efficiency and range display. If you watch right here, that's type 1. Here's type 2. Or it's off. Keep it simple. Let's go ahead and do a sound system test for you. You can turn it up pretty loud, got some good bass. Country people out there? How about jazz? It's pretty quick. I'm vibing this. Our headlights just turned on. Our interior dimmed down. We got the jazz on. It's gonna be a great night. I really like how this air vent kind of protrudes out. It kind of gives you a hug feel like a sports car. Very nice. I'm back. Where were we? is just so pleasant. Turn the hazards on. Let me show you what we got going on. This is this car at sunset, and this paint is just beautiful. But look at the fade in, fade out, pulsating. Like, Mazda, what? This is just fresh. Let's just take a good look around. Enjoy the gloss black wheels. This is a great opportunity to talk about look at the lights. Look at the lights. Look at this car in the sunset. It's gorgeous. But let's talk about who this car is for, who this car is not for. Let's talk about who this car is not for. If you need space in the daily and the back seat, this car is not for you. If you got kids that beat things up, this is a nice car. This is basically a luxury car for under 40 grand. You don't want to mess it up. If you're the type of person where you like to jump in vehicles, not for you. You kind of got to fall in, crawl out just a little bit. It's not as bad as some other cars. But keep in mind, this is a sport compact. So if you're single, girlfriend, no kids, maybe one small kid, two small kids, you like to get around town quick, do things fast, this is a great car for that, to get around town. And it's luxurious. So if you're like a boy racer like me, who likes to go fast, but you're maturing, you're getting older, you want to have fun though, still get around town quick, zip around the freeway, not have to worry about passing people, have good visibility, with luxury, with an efficient engine that goes pretty fast, has a lot of torque, some good air conditioning, and something as cool as the white pearl black wheels and red interior, this car is for you. 2022 Mazda 3 Turbo all-wheel drive. And if you're in the market for one of these, this is an amazing car. This is the nicest Mazda I've ever had. And look how ridiculous I look with this contraption on my head. Cheers and have a great day. I'm gonna go back to listening to my jazz in my nice Mazda interior.